Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of KigerCraft. I'm Tigorso, here with Giren, and today we are going to be building a house. So, first things first is this area is a little bit hilly for a plains. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm probably going to be starting off by terraforming a lot of this just to sort of flatten it out. So my plan is to sort of build, you know, your basic sort of simple house and have like, you know, space for like farms. The spawn is like right there. So the plan is that if anything were to ever happen to us, like our beds were to become obstructed, we would eventually come back here and we would have a space to sort of get us back to where we were. At least that's the plan. So, that's what we're going to get started on, and hopefully it doesn't take us forever to get done. What are you doing? What are you doing with the sheep? I'm sure. We'll just have to ask the sheep about that later. Ta-da! Look at that. Nice, flat, no more hills, no more dips, no more caves. Everything's been sort of covered over. So, this is exciting. We've got ourselves a couple cows now. We found a couple of them roaming over on the other side of that hill, and we brought them over here. So now we're going to have food and stuff. This is where we think the house is going to be. This may change a little bit. Oh, we're growing trees and stuff. And then this was a cool find. It's a little geode of water, so we can go fishing and stuff. That's really exciting because now I guess you can pull like cool stuff out of the water. And there's a cave down here, but I don't think it really goes anywhere. I think I went through here a little bit, but it didn't go anywhere. Yeah, there's a little bit of coal and iron. And I guess I just forgot to come back here. But this stuff is all useful. We can pick this stuff up. We're actually just sort of running low on coal. We've been getting so much stuff and smelting everything that we've basically our furnaces are almost empty. And we've got like 9 blocks of coal, so it's not all that much. Is there anything interesting down here? This is a dead end. Oh, another. Oh, it's flowing water. All right, well let's just do an impromptu cave trip right here. See what we can find in here. This is like the space almost probably directly under our house. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's just a thing of water. I'm gonna block it off. Alright, well, it's good because we need to light this up anyways. If we ever want our farms to be any sort of efficient, then, you know, we're gonna need to light up all the dark areas. Alright, so that was a little bit of exciting. Yeah, sun's going down. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to gather up some wood and stuff like that, and then start working on the house once we make a day. Okay guys, so been thinking about it, still have no idea how we're going to build this house, so we're just going to go for it, see what we get. Should be exciting. Let's hope for the best. Ooh, I'm going to take some of these. No, that's not good enough for a doorway, huh? There we go. H. Yeah. You hate it, huh? Alright, so we've gotten everything cleared, and this is where our house is going to be. So, first things first, we need to lay down the outer perimeter here. We were building this in creative mode, and I actually really liked the way that the acacia wood looked with the oak that we're going to be using, because you know we've got like birch and oak, and thankfully some acacia from all the way over there. So we've got at least a couple options, but I really like this. This wood is new. I've never quite done anything with it. I actually never have done anything with it before. So basically, this is the size of the house. It's going to be multiple stories. There's going to be one story and a second story. And then there's going to be storage down below here that I'm going to dig out. Oops. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we're going to get these walls built up, and then as soon as we are done, we'll come back and we'll go over it with you guys. So it's coming along pretty nicely. I'm putting in the upstairs floor right now. But one of the things that that I wanted to say, I know that in the last episode I said I wasn't really going to talk about topics like I did last time, but that doesn't mean I'm going to totally not do it at all. Because there are going to be things that I want to, you know, basically talk about. And one of those things was this week, Oculus Rift, which I've actually talked about many times before. A lot of you guys will remember that from the... Am I really out of birch already? Jeez. From the last season, was that it was probably one of the coolest things that I had seen in a really long time. They got bought recently by Facebook, and I was like, what? I don't even see the resemblance here, and a lot of people are kind of upset about it, and I was like, I'm hearing what people are saying, and I don't think that anybody's angry or upset, maybe would be the right word, about the right sort of things. Oh, it's looking so good. Bear is so good. Let's see, one birch. Okay, so some oak next. But you know, there was some moaning and groaning about the fact that it was a Kickstarter, and Facebook bought it for $2 billion. That's billion with a B. Dollars. And I'm like, well, you know, it's kind of like, you know, a lot of people got what they paid for, because a lot of people, I guess, don't understand that Kickstarter. I was almost at Facebook. Kickstarter is like, it's not like an investment website. It's a oh, perfect. How do I want to say this? It's a commerce website. Like, you are buying things, and the company who is selling you those things promises that they will eventually turn into a product that you would like to buy more. I guess is probably like the best way I could describe it. So it's kind of like, well, you know, the backers got what they got, you know, or got what they were supposed to get, you know, like t-shirts and, you know, maybe like a dev kit or something like that. All those things have been shipped. So I don't really think that the whole argument that, you know, oh, you know, Kickstarter quote unquote investors should get some of that $2 billion. I'm like, I don't think so. But then a lot of the other things where people are like, you know, oh, it's wrong and, you know, they shouldn't have done it. And I was like, well, it's not necessarily. I mean, they made a business decision that they thought, oh, I need another step, that they thought was good for their business, which, you know, I find to be, well, questionable. I'm not a fan of the sale. I don't think that Facebook, as a company, is really well suited for this type of technology. I mean, Gieran asked me, you know, if not Facebook, then, you know, what else? It's like a hypothetical. If it had to be sold, you know, who would be the best person to buy it, or the best company to buy it? And actually, like, I surprised myself when I said this, but I truly believe that Microsoft would probably be the best company to buy it. Now, certainly not my favorite. I'm not a fan of Microsoft. I'm not an Xbox person. I don't use not dirt. I don't use a whole lot of Microsoft products, you know, save for like Windows. But I think technically the best integration would be with the Kinect. The Oculus Rift headset with the Kinect would probably be the most, would probably make the most sense if a company was going to buy it. Sony already has a headset that they've actually been working on for a heck of a long time. Oops, I'm going to need to cut some of this down. I made a boo-boo. So, you know, they've already kind of got one, really. And then, you know, there's kind of like Nintendo. Well, they don't think they would really be interested in virtual reality as much as they would be in, you know, sort of like different ways of playing, I guess, if that makes sense. Anyways, but, you know, it's like, well, interesting to say the least. I mean, we're just gonna have to see what happens, and hopefully the stairs, hopefully everything works out. So it's getting night and I'm starving, so I'm gonna go get myself some food so I don't die. Okay guys, so first thing we need to do for the downstairs is we need to put in the floor. Now there's actually a really cool pattern that Gieran came up with. So basically it's going to be these alternating rows of stone bricks, and in between these is going to be smooth stone, but there's also going to be some cool like diagonal patterns going on. So let me go ahead and show you real quick what I'm talking about here. So let me see if I can do this right. So diagonal, and let's see here. So this one, that one, that one. Oops, was it that one? Maybe that one. No, I think no, that this one's wrong. Is it? No, this one's wrong. Okay, so yeah, so I was wrong. And then it's gonna be, oops. No, let's see, it goes 2 smooth stone, and then bricks like so. And then, yeah, it should be 2 bricks, or 2 smooth stone. Yeah, so basically that's how it goes. So it actually is going to get this pretty cool pattern going on here. So it's actually really neat. Once I finish this, I'll show you guys, and we'll do a whole tour of the entire thing and you guys can see. Okay, so this is the completed floor. These are the stairs, and I really liked this pattern, but I felt like it needed something. I wasn't quite sure what it was. we don't have something like glowstone, so I was actually thinking, well, what about water? So actually, behind here in the creative world, I actually sort of just dumped a whole bunch of water in here, and this is actually making a gigantic mess, but it actually looks pretty cool. And eventually we'll put some lighting back there. I mean, it's okay that there's this little gap right here, but eventually we'll put some glowstone lighting back there, and it'll be all lit up like it was in the creative world, and it's gonna look super cool. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. That was one of my little moments of aha. And done. There we go. There's our house. We actually really like it. It actually came out perfectly. I'm going to give you guys a quick tour here. So this is the front of the house. We have a balcony upstairs, front doors, and these awesome windows. Around the side, we've got a little area with a garden. Out back, we've got the lake, which we filled up because it was down to like here. So we filled it up, so it's easier to fish in now. Have a little chest back here for holding our fishing supplies. This overhang here. And inside the house, you can see the completed floor. Looks awesome. We got a little table, furnaces and anvils. You know, just little utility things. Here's the closet, which is right next to the awesome waterfall stairs. This is just full of, you know, random stuff for us to keep in there. We have some wonderful accent paintings. This is the upstairs. It's covered in black and green carpet in a checker pattern, which I think is awesome. And then we have, of course, you know, a nice skylight. We have a front window, and we have our beds with a bookcase. And this is going to be a little something special. And I want to put a jukebox over here, but we only have 2 diamonds, and I don't really foresee, or I don't see myself using one of them to make that because it's kind of a waste right now. So hopefully we'll have some more. And then we can watch the sunset through here. And over here, we have the balcony, and we can watch the sunrise over the desert. So it's actually really nice. I like it. It came out well. This is the balcony up front. We have a barbecue and a nice area to relax and you know, watch the sunset and all that stuff. So yeah, I like it. I hope you guys do too. We, you know, put some good effort into this, and we think it came out wonderfully. A little worried about some of the things, but I think it all worked out in the end. So yeah, so that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, we oh right, yeah, we're gonna name it. That's the last thing we're gonna do. All right, so we were thinking that this would be the ocean front spawn house. That's sort of a descriptor, nice descriptor of where it is. It's right on the ocean. It's a spawn house, and it looks fantastic. So like I said, that's gonna be it for this episode. Next time we're probably gonna work on farms. We have sheep now, as well as some cows. The cows are getting kind of full, but we don't have enough to feed them to breed more. So we're gonna work on maybe like a cow farm and a sheep farm, and this here is going to be where the basement's going to go down, and that I think is eventually going to lead down to our strip mine. And then we also need to do something with this. The downstairs needs to be expanded a little bit, and I don't know, maybe we'll turn it into something, who knows. And then probably farms out over here. But yep, so that's it for this time. I hope you guys had fun watching us for the second episode of our second season, and I just want to thank everybody for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Take care.